Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the ARTA and the ARTA Benefit Plans presentation for MNP employees. My name is Jennifer Hope and I am the Director of Marketing here at ARTA. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ARTA as well as the ARTA Benefit Plans, how to apply, who's eligible, and we'll allow for a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. However, if you do have a question, please use the Q&A function in Zoom because I'll kind of monitor that Q&A, and if something comes up, I will try to answer it, but I will answer a bunch of questions at the end as well. This session is being recorded, therefore your video and your microphones have been disabled to ensure your privacy because we will be posting this session on our YouTube channel once it is completed. So if you wanted to come back and watch the session, you can visit the ARTA channel on YouTube, and this video will be posted there. So just to get started, just a little bit about ARTA. ARTA was founded in 1963 as a provincial association for retired teachers by retired teachers. However, we have obviously expanded our offering to different groups such as MNP. So we have our education sector, which is where our retired teachers or active teachers belong to. And then we also have our public and private sector. MNP lives within our private sector. So we have offered our benefit plans to groups who hold the same type of insurance risk as, say, a retired teacher would. And this allows us to maintain the stability of our benefits plan and ensure that we're offering our members the best benefits possible to people that hold the same type of risk. The ARTA benefit plans, it is a closed group. Not everybody is eligible to join the ARTA benefits plan. So groups in our public-private sectors, such as MNP, they have been approved by our Health Benefits Committee as well as our Board of Directors. We are the sponsor of our group benefits plan since 1995. We also self-administer our benefits plan. So everything is done under one roof. Our provincial office is located in Edmonton. However, we do have a satellite office in Calgary. So if you are in one of these cities, that's great. You can come and meet with one of our member services team members. You can meet one-on-one and you can go through all of the different benefit plans and options that are available and help make a decision that's best for you and your family. We do have over 32,000 members and we cover over 46,000 lives. So the ARTA benefits plan is very stable. We have a very large pot of reserves. So when you do join the ARTA benefits plan, you do join ARTA, know that you are joining a benefits plan that is extremely stable. So there is a fee to becoming an ARTA member, and for our public-private sector, that is $50 a year. And with that membership, not only are you gaining access to one of our really great benefit plans, we also have some really great membership advantages. We have a really great member discount program. We recently brought our discount program in-house, and we contacted hundreds of different businesses that we thought our members would really get really great benefits from getting discounts from these companies. So we have over 100 partners in different hotels, different restaurants, airport parking, different attractions. So if you use your ARTA Perks discount card once or twice, your membership would have paid for itself. We also have a really great scholarship member for our members' family members. So when you do become an ARTA member, you will have access to our scholarship program. And our scholarship program awards 8 $5,000 scholarships annually to our members' direct relatives. So if you have any children or grandchildren, nieces or nephews that are pursuing post-secondary education, they can apply to our scholarship program and possibly be awarded $5,000. So this is ARTA's way of supporting our members' direct relatives through education. So now I'm going to start to talk about our benefit plans. So just a bit of a background of the ARTA benefit plans. The ARTA benefits plan was established in 1995 by a group of retired teachers who wanted to create a benefits plan that was more conducive to a retiree's lifestyle. We all know retirees love to travel. You're no longer bounded by your vacation time or having to travel, not in tax season, which is I'm assuming that MNP employees can't always travel in. So when you do retire, you can travel at any time. Therefore, the ARTA emergency travel coverage is extremely unique and competitive. As we do not have any stability clauses for pre-existing conditions built into our emergency travel coverage. Also, ARTA is a not-for-profit organization, so any dollar that comes into ARTA goes back to paying out claims, back to administrating the plan, and ensuring that we're offering our members the best plan possible. There are some benefit plans out there that will offer you with discounts of, say, 10% if you join during this time. We don't have those discounts for our members because we don't have those profit margins built into our monthly premiums as we are a not-for-profit organization. So there are some eligibility requirements that you need to meet before joining ARTA. As mentioned before, we are a closed group. So the eligibility requirements that MNP employees need to hit is if you have been an MNP employee for at least 2 years, you're able to join ARTA. We are aware that MNP does have some acquiring that happens in their organization. So if you have a previous employment tenure from an acquired company, that is also accepted into our eligibility requirement. You need to be an ARTA member, so you need to pay that $50 a year, but you get access to the benefit plan and some really great membership advantages. You need to be a Canadian resident covered by your provincial or territorial health insurance within your province of residence. We have members throughout the country. However, we cannot accept members from Quebec as their provincial legislation, their provincial health plan does not work in tandem with our benefit plans, as we are unable to have any maximums on benefits. So if you decide to retire in Alberta and you want to move, that's great. You can move to BC, enjoy some warmer climates. If you're in Saskatchewan, if you're in Nova Scotia, if you're in PEI, if you are in Manitoba, you are eligible to join an ARTA benefits plan. There's no age restriction to joining ARTA. You can join ARTA at any age, and you are also able to stay on an ARTA benefits plan for as long as you need. Last I checked, our eldest member was 102. So we will not terminate her. When you are looking at different benefit plans, ensure that you are checking to see if there are any termination ages, because a lot of benefit plans out there will terminate you at the age of 85. So we have members of all ages on our plan. Also, if you are a 30-year-old and you are in a private practice, you can join an ARTA benefits plan. There are some different plans available for you, but again, you can join at any age. Your eligible dependents can also join ARTA, as well as any surviving spouse. So if you are eligible to join ARTA today and something were to happen to you, your surviving spouse can apply for ARTA benefits. Or let's just say that you do apply for ARTA benefits as the primary cardholder, and if something were to happen to you, your surviving spouse can continue on with those benefits. We do not terminate any surviving spouse. So again, when you are looking at different benefit plans, make sure you are looking at that if you are going to join as a couple or a family. So applying to ARTA is easy. If you know that you are going to be retiring, you're thinking about retirement, and you've decided to join an ARTA benefits plan, you can send your application in at any time. However, it is really important to apply within 60 days of losing your current employer-sponsored benefits. Because if you apply 62 days, say, after you lose your employer-sponsored benefits, you would have to fill out a medical questionnaire if you would like a plan that includes emergency travel coverage. So if you know you're going to be losing your employer benefits with MNP, just get your application in early. It's easy to do. You can do it right online, and your ARTA benefits will start the first day after your employer-sponsored benefits have terminated. Or let's just say that you've decided to retire and you're going to be losing your benefits with MNP. and your spouse is continuing to work, you can continue on with your spouse's benefits as a dependent. However, when your spouse loses those benefits, make sure you apply within that 60-day window as well. Again, it's really easy to do. Just make sure you get it in, 4 to 6 weeks before you're going to lose your employer-sponsored benefits. It's a really great way to tick off one of those to-do lists. It's very easy to do, and yeah, and it will start right away. There's no waiting periods. We want our members to be covered when they need to be covered. So now I'm going to talk about the different plan options that we have available. So we have our comprehensive plans as well as our build your own plans. So our comprehensive plans were built to work directly in tandem. No, sorry, let me start that over again. Our comprehensive plans were built for our members under the age of 65. And we have these plans as people that are under the age of 65 aren't eligible for their provincial healthcare seniors plan yet. So these plans have some higher prescription drug maximums. There is some dental care coverage as well as some emergency travel coverage. Our build your own plans, these plans were built to work directly in tandem with a provincial seniors coverage plan. So these plans have some lower prescription drug maximums because when you coordinate the two, your seniors plan as well as an ARTA plan, your prescription drugs would be paid at 100%. And that provincial plan is the first payer in prescription drugs, and ARTA becomes the second payer. But I'll kind of show you that in a little bit as well. But first, I'm going to talk about our comprehensive plans. So again, our comprehensive plans are available for members who are under the age of 65. We have 3 different levels of coverage: core, essential, and enhanced health. All of our plans include single, couple, and family care coverage, and all of the annual maximums for each benefits are per covered person. So each person receives that annual maximum. And with all of the ARTA benefit plans, you're always able to move up in coverage, but once you've moved up in coverage, you are locked in for 24 months. So I typically say to people, if you don't know where to start, maybe start at one of the lower plans. And if you need to add more benefits, higher maximums, you can always go up in coverage. But once you're up, you are locked in for that 24 months. So I just kind of wanted to highlight some items that the ARTA benefit plan covers, but please note that we cover a long list of different benefits that are not listed here. So we have a long list of different medical aids and supplies that we cover: hearing aids, vision care, wheelchairs, scooters, private duty nursing, CPAP machines, many different benefits. I just wanted to highlight a few here. So the overall coverage level within our comprehensive plans is 100% unless otherwise indicated. The overall annual maximum ranges from $10,000 all the way up to $15,000. In our comprehensive plans, your prescription drugs are covered at 80%, ranging from $1,500 all the way up to $5,000 a year. You might not know how much money you have been spending on prescription drugs because perhaps your employer-sponsored benefit plan has been paying these for you. So I typically suggest to people, go to your pharmacist, maybe ask them for an annual average of how much money you've been spending a year on prescription drugs. Then you can make an educated guess on what plan works best for you and your family. Paramedical services are covered at 80%, ranging from $750 all the way up to $1,500 a year. Paramedical services in the ARTA benefits plan is a little bit different from other benefits. Our annual benefit is a combined annual maximum. So paramedical services are those practitioners that offer physio, chiro, counseling, massage, occupational therapy. We cover a list of 12 different practitioners. So maybe you're somebody who really likes to get massages. If you had essential health, you have $1,000 to spend on just massages if you want to. We want our members to be able to use their annual maximums when they need it. So some plans out there will give you, $200 for massage, $200 for chiro, $200 occupational therapy, $200 for acupuncture. And you might not use all of that annual maximum. So you can spend $800 on chiro if you want, and then just know that you would have $200 left over for massage if you had essential health. It's an annual combined maximum. The ARTA diabetic supplies are a little bit different from other plans. We offer $1,750 a year for our insulin-dependent diabetics. So maybe they need some Freestyle Libres or some Lancets. This is separate from the prescription drug maximum. Our comprehensive plans also include our 92-day emergency travel coverage with no stability clauses for pre-existing conditions. And you also get access to our supplemental travel coverage, which I will talk about a little bit later as well. The comprehensive plans do include some dental care, 80% coverage for basic, preventative, and minor restorative work. So that's your cleanings, fillings, polishings, scalings, all that stuff. And also our enhanced health plan offers 50% coverage for any major restorative work. So your implants, onlays, crowns, dentures, etc. Also, our enhanced health plan also offers 50% coverage for any orthodontic work that your eligible dependents might need, up to a $2,000 lifetime maximum. So again, our comprehensive plans are available for members under the age of 65, and they offer coverage for a little bit of everything. I just had a question come in. Are the annual maximums per person for couples coverage or combined? If you are in a plan with a couples coverage, the annual maximums are per covered person. So each person will receive that annual maximum. So if you had enhanced health, you each have $1,000 to spend on massages if you wish to do so. So now I'm going to talk about our build your own plans. Again, our build your own plans, they were built to work directly in tandem with a provincial healthcare plan. So when you do have your seniors provincial healthcare plan, that plan becomes the first payer in prescription drugs. ARTA becomes the second payer. And when you combine those two, your prescription drugs would be covered at 100%. And the provincial plan, they become the first payer in prescription drugs, and ARTA is the second. So within our build your own plans, each member needs to choose a prescription drug maximum of either $1,200 or $2,000. And at first glance, that might not seem like enough coverage, but just remember that provincial plan is the first payer, ARTA becomes the second payer. So that $1,200 or $2,000 will stretch a really long way. You can be any age when you join a build your own plan. So if you feel that one of these plans is best for you and your family and you are 60 years old, that's great. Choose one of these plans. You don't have to be over 65 for one of these plans. And if you do choose a comprehensive plan, on your 65th birthday, ARTA will give you a call saying, hey, I see that you've turned 65. It's now time for you to choose a build your own plan. So within our build your own plans, we offer our members to have a little bit of customization. So we have 4 different plans, 2 that do not include travel, HealthWise and HealthWise Plus, and 2 that do include travel, Total Health and Ultimate Health. HealthWise Plus and Ultimate Health, these are the enhanced plans from HealthWise and Total Health, as they do have some higher annual maximums. There's some higher annual maximum for paramedical services. It goes from $1,200 a year to $1,400 a year. Vision care goes from $425 every 24 months to $550 every 24 months. And also there is some coverage for defined lifestyle medications, so hair loss or erectile dysfunction drugs. Weight loss medications did live in that defined lifestyle medications, but now the ARTA benefit plan does cover weight loss medications under special authorization. So build your own plans. You can be any age to join these plans, and there's travel or not travel, and you need to choose a prescription drug maximum. There is a question here. If I join ARTA after the plan, after I turn 65, I automatically required to build your own plan. So when you do if you choose a comprehensive plan first and you turn 65, ARTA will give you a call and ask you which build your own plan that you would like to move into. It won't be an automatic change. You'll need to choose which plan you would like to join. There is, so with our dental care, with our build your own plans, dental care is not included. Therefore, ARTA offers three standalone dental care options. So if you do choose a build your own plan, you don't have to join dental. You can join dental. That's entirely up to you. So we offer three different options, option A, B, and C. Option A being the most comprehensive of the three with 80% coverage for basic, preventative, and minor restorative work, as well as 50% coverage for major restorative work. Option B just does not include that major restorative work, and option C is 65% coverage for basic, preventative, and minor restorative work. Again, with our dental care options, single, couple, family care options, you're always able to move up in coverage. But once you've moved up in our dental as well, you are locked in for that 24 months. So you can add it or not have it. That's entirely up to you. So now I'm going to talk about our emergency travel coverage. So the ARTA emergency travel coverage is some of the best there is in the marketplace. And if you have a comprehensive plan, a total health plan, or ultimate health plan, you do receive our emergency travel coverage. And I say that our emergency travel coverage is some of the best in the country is because we do not have those stability clauses for pre-existing conditions built into our plans. A lot of plans out there require that you're stable for 90 to I've even seen 365 days. So this means, for example, if you had a change in medication or a change in your health care, but you visited your doctor because of that change, maybe your doctor decided to deprescribe your medication or increase the dosage on your medication, and you decide, and both you and your doctor feel that you're well enough to travel, go travel. And if there was an issue because of that change in medication or because of that change in your health, you would be covered for it because it would be considered sudden and unforeseen. We want our members to travel and enjoy it in their retirement. So we want our members to go visit their doctors and, ask them if they're okay to travel, if they're feeling a little bit off. And if you aren't well enough to travel, ARTA offers trip cancellation. ARTA's trip cancellation and interruption insurance. Again, not all plans offer this out there. It's kind of one of our golden stars. We offer $10,000 per person per incident. So perhaps if you or your travel partner fell ill, or maybe your home suffered a flood or fire and you weren't comfortable traveling anymore, just know that you have that $10,000 cushion to cancel your trip. If you do have a medical emergency when you're outside of your province of residence, you're covered for 100% of eligible expenses up to a $5 million lifetime maximum. And you are covered for any 92-day trips you take outside of your province of residence. And we know a lot of our members like to snowbird in places like Palm Springs or Phoenix or Vegas, or maybe not currently with the current political climate, but who knows? And they want to be gone for more than 92 days. That's fine. There's a couple options. We have supplemental travel coverage in 15-day increments, all the way up to 212 days. And any unused 15-day increment, you would be reimbursed for that. However, if you are somebody who wants to snowbird in Palm Springs or Phoenix, and sometimes there's some really great seat sales that come up, you can hop on a cheap flight back to your province of residence and then prove that you hold on to proof that you did cross back into your province of residence, like a Starbucks receipt or your boarding pass. You can hop on another cheap flight back to the sunshine and enjoy another 92 days in the sunshine. Also, our emergency travel coverage does not have any termination ages. So when you are looking at different plans, there are some plans that will terminate you at the age of 85. So make sure you are looking at that. So again, ARTA emergency travel coverage is extremely competitive and some of the best there is in the marketplace. I just see some questions on emergency travel coverage here that I will answer. Does the trip reset mean a 24-hour span within Canada before you leave again? It does not. You are not required to be within your province of residence for a certain period of time, but you do need to cross back into your province of residence for at least 2 minutes and just make sure that you have proof that you did cross back into your province of residence. And then that 92 days will reset itself. There's a question, if your trip is more than $10,000 per person, can a short-term top-up on this coverage be obtained? As of right now, $10,000 is the maximum that we do offer for trip cancellation insurance. It says, does the emergency travel coverage include airlift from a cruise ship, helicopter? Yes, our emergency travel coverage is covered by a company named Beneva. And we fully insure our emergency travel coverage, and they will do anything to get you back home. They would like you back home, to get care in your own province, just so you're comfortable. And that does include an airlift from a ship or a location that you are at. So also with our benefit plans, we have some really great additional resources. We have partnered with Green Shield, and Green Shield offers our members virtual physician services as well as virtual services and counseling. So with our virtual physician services, our members are able to pick up the phone, talk to a licensed physician if they cannot get into their doctor right away, let them know what's going on with their health. And that physician can, tell them their next steps or ultimately give them a prescription. So this is really great for our members who live in rural communities that are having a hard time getting into their doctors. However, I live in a big city and I'm having a hard time getting into my doctor when I do need them. So this is a really great tool for our members, as well as virtual health services and counseling. All of our members receive 5 hours of free couples counseling as well as free individual counseling. So all of our benefit plan members do receive these additional resources. I know that I covered a lot today, and I do know how confusing it can be to choose a benefit plan that works best for you and your family. So we have a really great website, artabenefits.net. If you visit artabenefits.net and you scroll to, I don't know, about halfway through the page, you can click on the MNP logo. And that logo will take you to the MNP page. And that page will have a really great plan options brochure that outlines all of our benefits. There will also be all of the rates included that are with our benefit plans for your province. So take a look at that page. But there's also a really great build your benefit plan tool on artabenefits.net. This build your benefit plan tool will ask you a series of questions. Are you over 65, under 65? Do you want travel? Do you want dental? And from those questions that you did answer, a chart will populate with all of the plans available to you, as well as those rates. So take a look at that. Take a look at that plan, that build your benefits plan tool, and choose a plan that works best for you and your family. And then you can ultimately apply online. I will try to answer all the questions that come into the Q&A box as I go. I might type it in or I might answer it out loud. So if you have any questions, please put it into the Q&A function. However, you can always email join@arta.net and we'll answer any questions that you might have. However, if you would like us to send you an enrollment kit, please email join@arta.net and we'll send you one of our plan options brochures, as well as a rate sheet. There's also some really great retirement information. There's an ARTA membership booklet that kind of lets you know a little bit about ARTA and what you get when you do join ARTA. So if you want us to send you one of those enrollment kits, please email join@arta.net and we'll get one out to you this week. But that's all I had for you today. If you don't have any other questions, thank you for joining me and listening to me talk about ARTA and ARTA benefits. But I will stick around and answer the Q&A as well. So just pop them in the Q&A function. I'll answer them as well. There is a question here. What do you find the primary reason people give that someone under 65 would do a build your own plan? Sometimes people like that they might not want dental in a benefits plan, so they'll choose a build your own plan. Or maybe they don't want travel, so they'll choose a build your own plan. There are some different maximums within a build your own plan. So it really depends on what you and your family, what is right for them. If you are on a lot of prescription drugs, you might want to do a comprehensive plan. But if you're not, you might want to choose to build your own plan with that $1,200 annual maximum. There's many different reasons. You just need to take a look at what's important to you for you and your health and what benefits that you might need. Another question, does the diabetic supply coverage include continuous glucose monitor / supplies and other similar technologies for diabetes? Yes, the answer is yes. So we do include those monitors as well as the lancets that go into the monitors for our insulin-dependent diabetics. So they do have that annual maximum to use on that diabetic technology. There's a question, Ultimate Health requires a medical question mark. No, Ultimate Health does not require a medical if you apply within that 60-day window of losing your employer-sponsored benefits. If you apply to ARTA for any of our plans, there is no medical required as long as you're within that time frame. There's a question, how can you determine how much the provincial plan will cover first? Each province is different. I know within Alberta, the Alberta Coverage for Seniors plan, they will pay 70% of your prescription drugs, and then you would be responsible for a 30% copayment up to $25 out of pocket. So I'm not quite sure what all the provinces are, but I know in Alberta, they will cover 70%. There's a question, can you briefly describe the hospital coverage? So we do offer coverage for hospital stays. If you do unfortunately land in the hospital, we offer $150 per day for a private or semi-private room. Another question, are all plans monthly payment? If so, credit card and PAC? Yes, all of the monthly premiums will be taken out of your account once a month on the 10th. And we do not accept credit card. You would need to send in a void check and then your premiums would be taken from that account. But any claims that you make, we will also put back into your account. So it's not by credit card, it is by a void check. Okay, that's all the information I had for you today. I don't see any other questions coming in except for that hospital stay question, and I will find that out and I will type it out to you. But again, thank you so much for joining us today. You'll be able to find this presentation on YouTube. If you have any questions, please email join@arta.net. Thank you very much.